guys, I am Ruta Macherera and welcome back to Tea in 60. And today I have a wonderful guest with me and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Lesley Sibanda and I'm an electrical engineering artisan by profession, studying towards becoming an engineer someday, of course God willing. And I have been with the City of Bulawayo Engineering Department as well as Zimbabwe Electricity and Transmission Distribution Company, where I acquired all the skills that I possess today. And I'm currently at Ingwebo Breweries Engineering Department, and on part-time basis I do installation of submersible pumps, domestic wiring, fault finding, as well installation of solar systems.
Okay, so could you tell us about how you got into this? What was your journey like? What routes did you take to get into electrical engineering?
It is rather a long story, but I'll try to make it short.
Yeah.
So when science was introduced to me, as far as I can remember, it was like love at first sight. So I fell in love with science, and I developed passion for it. So whilst I was doing my high school, I read a lot about Thomas Edison, Isaac Newton, Marie Curie, just to mention a few. So I became so inquisitive what the science world is all about. To me, it was like a mystery. It was like a miracle. So I needed to go deeper and find out more about the science world. So my story now, when I finished my high school, I wanted to pursue an engineering course, but my father wouldn't allow me. The reason being that it's a male-dominated field, which means I'll always be surrounded by boys.
Yes.
As a big girl, you know, fathers are always protective of their daughters.
Yeah.
So instead, what he did, he chose a career for me. That was a secretarial career. So I was asked to go to the Bulawayo Polytechnic and look for a secretarial place. That I did after resisting for quite a while, of course. I went there. So he wanted me to be with the other girls and be surrounded by girls. You know how it is.
I understand, yeah.
So I went there, I did the secretarial thing for 4 years, and after that I worked as a secretary. But still, during that era of working as a secretary, I didn't like it. I felt like there was something that was missing. I needed to do something. I felt like I was thirsty. So for me to quench that thirst, I needed to go back and do what I initially wanted from the beginning. So from the time I was a secretary to the time I started getting into the engineering world, it was a period of like 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Talk
remember
about passion, huh?
yeah, it was passion. So I remember the first person that I told that I'm getting into the engineering field was my mother. So she was like, I don't think I mean, you won't be able to do it. Because in our family setup, all of us were in the commerce world. So I'll be the first person to get into the engineering field. That's how it was. So, my mother was skeptical. So I just went there and did what I wanted to do, because it sort of was all about me in the first place. So I went there, I did what I was supposed to do. I became an artisan, I qualified. I was the first person in our family to get into the engineering world.
Nice.
Just to show them that it is
it's
possible.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. So that's how it was. That's how I found myself in the electrical engineering world.
Wow, what a journey though.
Yeah, it was really a journey.
It took quite some time, but at the end of the day, when you have passion for something, you always push to get where you want to be.
Yes, very true. And the other thing, at that time, I was like in my 30s, and a lot of girls would be married by the time. All my age mates, most of them were married and were having kids. And here I was thinking of getting into the engineering field, and they're expecting Mkwenyana, Mkwasha, and son-in-law. That's
and
how
you're starting a new career.
Yeah, a new career altogether. So that's how my journey was like. Yeah, and I'm enjoying it. I'm still going strong. I'm still pushing forward. Maybe one day I'll become an engineer. Yeah, God willing.
Okay, so can you tell us maybe a fun fact about electricity, something that we don't know as common people?
Okay, we all need electricity in our daily lives. And electricity, what can I say? You cannot see it, but you see the outcome, the things that it does. And also, if you don't respect it, it will just kill you there and there. And also, we give light to the world.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
And also, we also need electricity within our bodies, heartbeat.
Okay.
But I'm not going to elaborate on that. We need electricity, so we need electricians.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, just tell us a little bit, for us who do not understand, what does an electrical engineer artisan do?
It depends where you're working. If you're working at maybe at CESA, you'll be dealing with high voltage stuff, transformers and stuff like that. But if you are where I am right now, I think you'll be fixing motors and a lot of things for the industry keep on running so that we can produce the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will be repairing and stuff like that, the lights and everything, domestic wiring, and even the submersible pumps that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with that on a daily basis.
Okay, that is nice. So I want to hear, I saw that on your bio you wanted to one day open a company.
Yeah.
And I want to hear more about that, like, so that, you know, people can be ready. You know, some people are willing to be hiring women who are doing these things just to support the ladies in STEM. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I haven't gone that far. That's what I can say. But I'm still in the process here of opening up a company so that we can install submersible pumps that are powered by solar, even in the rural areas for irrigation, farming purposes, and also even domestic wiring in these other places, so that we can help people carry on with their day-to-day activities. Yeah, but I'm still working on it. Yeah, I'm still working on it. So maybe it's going to be a construction company where I'll invite other ladies, plumbers, and those who do tiling, so that we can come together and form a construction company so that we can help the community for the betterment of the community.
Yeah, that is nice. At least now you know who to communicate with if you are in the same line of vision. So how did you, let's talk about, you know, working in a male-dominated industry. How did you get to overcome that, like as a lady working with a lot of male? Or is it that these days it's actually changing, or there are more ladies in the industry? Or can you just tell us about that?
It's not easy because at times you get despised a lot. You come across people, I call people with PhDs, pull you down syndrome. People will try by all means to pull you down. But
that's a new definition.
But the other thing, I'm a Baha'i, so we believe in that we've created to carry forward an ever-advancing civilization. So we look at humanity like a bird with two wings, one wing being the male and the other being the female. So if the bird has got only one wing, it cannot fly. And also if the other wing is weak, the bird cannot fly also. That's what I was trying to say, that we're all created to carry forward an ever-advancing civilization. Both male and female are needed in carrying forward that ever-advancing civilization. And they've got a role to play. So, and also the other reason why I got into this science, technology, engineering and maths field is that we are going to be mothers in the future. And mothers are the first teachers of children. They instill those good virtues and good qualities in the child's inner nature. So that tomorrow when they grow up and get into this field of STEM, they will use science, technology, engineering and maths for the betterment of the society. Like, for example, we have seen people who create nuclear weapons for mass destruction. They create nuclear weapons for mass destruction, and people die, people lose lives. And as a woman, I wouldn't want to see loss of blood. I wouldn't want to see people dying. So if I play my role as a mother to instill those good qualities in those children, they'll grow up knowing that they should use science, technology, engineering, and maths for the betterment of the society.
I like that, actually. So what message would you tell a young lady who is very much interested in electrical engineering, but they are also hearing people telling them that don't do that, it is a male-dominated and it's actually supposed to be done by male. So what would you say to that young lady?
I would like to tell them that be strong and of good courage. The pen is in your hands. You are the author of your own story. You are the master of your own destiny. And to these other ladies who are in my position, who think maybe you're too old to pursue anything in life, or maybe you think you're too old to do anything, I would like to tell you that it's never too late to redeem your life. And dreams delayed are not dreams denied. Never allow people to put their limitations on you. Have faith and the determination, and above all, believe in God, because He says, I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. I have got great plans for you, plans not to harm you, but plans to prosper you, to give you a hope in the future, and everything will automatically fall into place.
I love that. I love that. So as a woman who is in this dangerous field, I remember before this interview we talked about how dangerous this is, what you do. And I just want to know if you were to choose a destination, because I'm supposing you are someone who is into dangerous stuff. So if you were to choose a destination in this world, where would you want to go to and why?
I don't know, but the only country where I want to go to is Australia, or maybe after that Israel. But Australia, of course.
I hear there's very big spiders
in Australia. Yeah, they are. But that's where I want to go.
That is
the
nice.
Future, God willing.
Okay, so lastly, what would you just want to share with the world? I know you've shared some bits to the young ladies, but what would you just want to share with the world?
The electrical engineering world is not easy. You just have to have the determination and the courage to keep on fighting and moving forward. You come across a lot of things that will discourage you, but you just have to fight as a woman. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. It was really nice to have you here, and we hope to see you doing more things and talk to you even in the future. Talk about your company. I hope by then things would have come together. I know. So thank you guys. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll just put the details down there. If you want to keep following Lesley, you'll see them on our description. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves.